Long live King Jaja.
Your Majesty, the new railway has revitalized trade routes significantly.
Indeed.
All hands, secure the main sheet.
They tried to bury his story in chains, but history remembered him as a king. Long before the world knew the name Jaja of Opobo, he was simply a boy without throne, without riches, and without freedom. Born into hardship in the 19th century, Jaja was taken from his homeland and sold into slavery. His life began without privilege but with pains. Yet inside the young boy was something no one could steal, an unbreakable spirit. Jaja found himself in the Niger Delta, in the powerful city-state of Bonny. As a slave, his future seemed written: serve, obey, and remain unseen. But Jaja refused to let his circumstances define him. He watched, he listened, he learned. While others saw survival, Jaja saw opportunity. In Bonny, palm oil was gold, powered industries in Europe and fueled global trade. Jaja noticed something important. Those who controlled trade controlled power. So he did what few expected from a former slave. He mastered the business. Through discipline, loyalty, and sharp intelligence, Jaja ruled within the trading houses. Step by step, deal by deal, he built trust with European merchants and influence among local traders. His rise was not sudden, it was slow, deliberate, and resilient. Even when powerful men tried to limit him, Jaja refused to shrink. When doors closed, he built new ones. When opportunities were denied, he created his own path. Soon, Jaja was no longer just a trader, he was a force. But true greatness often attracts resistance. In Bonny, leadership struggle and unfair trade restriction threatened his growing success. Instead of submitting to injustice, Jaja made the boldest move of his life. He left Bonny with his followers and founded new kingdom, Opobo. This was not just a relocation, it was a declaration. At Opobo, Jaja did something extraordinary. He recognized trade, protected local merchants, and cut out middlemen who exploited his people. He dealt directly with European companies, ensuring wealth flowed into his kingdom instead of out of it. And the results were astonishing. Trade flourished. Opobo became one of the most powerful commercial centers in the Niger Delta. Wealth poured in, influence spread far beyond the river banks. Jaja, once a slave, became the richest man in the kingdom. But more than wealth, he gained something greater: respect. His people crowned him king, not because he was born royal, but because he earned royalty through vision, courage, and consistency. As Jaja of Opobo, he ruled with firmness and fairness. He believed leadership meant protection, not oppression. He stood strong against colonial pressures and refused to surrender his people's economic freedom. Even when the British tried to undermine his authority, Jaja remained unshaken. He chose dignity over compromise, power over fear, principle over profit. Though history records that he was eventually exiled, his legacy was never defeated, because Jaja's true victory was not just becoming king, it was proving that resilience can